Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? Howdy, kids? I'm Q the Costa Rican, and today we're back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet random Wi-Fi battles. Today, we're using the Mono Generation 9 team. Yes, sir. I know I said I wasn't going to do it because it's like, Gen 9 is the current gen. It'd be kind of silly to make a Mono Gen 9 team because it's basically just like a normal team. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. There's a lot of new Pokemon that got added through the DLCs. We're only using one of the new ones. It's like a lot of really good Pokemon to choose from. So I was like, fuck it, let's make it happen. So basically, the prerequisites obviously are they had to be introduced in the generation of 9, Scarlet and Violet. So very easy, a lot of really good Pokemon to choose from. I know I wanted to do at least one of each of the Paradox Pokemon, meaning future and past, one from each. I very easily could have been like an entire Paradox team, which I have done in the past. Could have very easily done just like nothing but Paradox Pokemon because they're all really good. And then I also wanted to include at the least one of the DLC mons, so either Blood Moon or one of the Ogerpons, or I guess the Toxic Trio, yada yada. And then I also wanted to include one of the Ruin Nation Pokemon. Ruin Nation? Is that one of the Ruin? Just one of the Ruin Pokemon. So I ended up going with Ting-Lu for that one. So yeah, regardless, if you want to check out all the intricacies of the EV spreads that are located in the Pokepaste that is in the description down below, everything is pretty much max. Besides Roaring Moon, we do have enough speed to be able to get a speed boost with the boost energy. Flying Acrobatics look like a very good win condition, and then with Knockoff and Outrage. Iron Valiant, just want to choice specs. I was like, yo, I like clicking specs with Valiant. I like to just bring it in and not think and just click a damn button, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We have Water Ogerpon. Now, I could have gone Fire, but then at first I didn't have Glim on the team, and I was all like, I don't really want to be like that Rocks weak, because I also had Iron Moth on the team. So, but then I switched it up, and I was like, let's go with Water Ogerpon and Glimmora instead. So, honestly, probably could have switched Water Ogerpon with Fire Ogerpon and not really cared that much about Rocks, because, like, not really that Rocks weak at all outside of the Fire Ogerpon. But then I was like, fuck it, dude. I think Water Ogerpon is like the least used Ogerpon out of all of them. And also, like, 2 of my Pokemon are weak to water. So I was like, whatever, let's have an immunity. We ended up going with just like 4 attacks. Could have had Swords Dance instead of something like Knockoff or Play Rough, but I thought that the coverage was just a little bit better. So and plus I only wanted Roaring Moon to be like the setup mon so that I could potentially just sweep with it. Versus like having Ogerpon also have Swords Dance. Of course, Swords Dance Ogerpon is really good. Like I said, though, I just wanted only one setup sweeper on the team. We also have Glimmora, who is just standard Focus Sash, but no Stealth Rocks because we have our Stealth Rocker and Ting-Lu. I just went with Mad Coverage as well as Hazard Removal with Mortal Spin. Not a lot of people run Mortal Spin these days. When Gen 9 first came out, this was the set. It was Earth Power, Energy Ball, Stealth Rocks, Mortal Spin, or Spikes instead of Stealth Rocks. So, like, everyone was running that. But these days, it's typically just either 4 attacks, Stealth Rocks 3 attacks, or the Meteor Beam set, which is also very fun. Up next, we have Choice Scarf Goldengo. I thought Glimmora and Goldengo were 2 very heavily used Pokemon, especially when the generation first started, because they really do complement each other very well outside of both being weak to ground. Glimmora typically gets up a lot of hazards, and Goldengo blocks every single hazard's removal in the game, besides Court Change and Tidy Up. So I was like, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. And I thought it was like very reminiscent of early Gen 9 Wi-Fi battle. So I was like, fuck it, let's put it on there. My favorite Goldengo set is Choice Scarf Offensive. I can see a lot of people liking, you know, physically defensive with Thunder Wave, Recover, and stuff like that. Ended up going with Thunderbolt as our coverage move, as well as Trick to potentially trick a either special wall like Blissey or I guess Cloudsire or something like that, and neutralize them so they're no longer a threat, as well as just trick something else that maybe could enable Roaring Moon to Dragon Dance. Also seemed like a good idea. And then last but not least, we have Spadef Ting-Lu with Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Whirlwind to prevent opposing setup mons, as well as Ruination to guarantee get 50% off of a Pokemon's HP. So long as you do land, because it can miss. So yeah, man, with that being said, guys, this is the team we are going to be taking to try and find some random battles here in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. There's just so many honorable mentions. Obviously, right, like Dondozo, Palafin were 2 really, like, highly used Pokemon back when the generation first came out. All the other Paradox Pokemon, all the new ones, like Walking Wake and Raging Bolt and Iron Boulder and stuff like that, that got added. in the DLCs. Blood Moon, of course. Like the Toxic Trio. Like, so many good Pokemon to choose from in Gen 9. That we could have done this like 3 times over and had like 3 different teams for Generation 9. But that being said, guys, if you want to use the team for yourself, the team ID is in the right corner, 5F4XBS. Let me know in the comment section down below if you end up using the team and how it went for you, as well as any other new Pokemon you guys might want to see us use in the future. Let us know that as well in the comment section down below. Also, what Gen 9 team would you have done? What's your favorite Gen 9 Pokemon that you would have put on the team? With that being said, guys, I hope you all liked the video. I hope you all subscribe if you're new, and I hope you all enjoy the battles. All right, y'all. Here we are with the first battle. They do have a Flutter Mane, but I was like, you know what? That's fine. It's all good. We got Scarf Goldengo. You know what I'm saying? We got Booster Valiant. Or, not Booster Valiant. We got Booster Moon. We'll see how this goes. What do they want to lead off with? That, I don't know. I could see Archaludon. I could see Glamora. You know what I'm saying? What do I... I don't think I have Focus Blast on this... Goldengers. No, I do not. I have Shadow Ball, though, which isn't bad. They have an Incineroar, which is a really good Goldengo check. I would kind of like to get up my hazards immediately. I could do that. That makes a lot of sense. I'll have to go Glamora if they lead Glamora after I Earthquake and then get up Rocks, because then I just go into this and Absorb, and then potentially Mortal Spin as well. But I do kind of like having Tinglu around, but I think I'm going to lead off with it. Fuck it, dude. We'll see how it goes. Using Mono Gen 9 in case you guys couldn't tell, or if you skipped the intro, or if you couldn't tell and you skipped the intro. We're using Mono Generation 9. A lot of fun Pokemon got added in this generation. Definitely some really good mons to choose from. It was pretty hard to decide which ones I wanted to use, but I ultimately wanted, like, honestly, pretty basic, if I do say so myself. Pretty basic 6 Gen 9 mons. But yeah, let's see what they do. Do they lead Glim? Do they lead Incineroar? Do they lead Arch? They do lead Glim. Is it Air Balloon? Everybody wants to know. I couldn't help but notice they don't have an Earthquake switch in after I knock this motherfucking guy off. So I'm just going to do it. We can always absorb T-Spikes later. We can even Mortal Spin in front of them. Not that big of a deal. I honestly might go hard into Glamora right now if they're Focus Sash. They are, in fact, I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it because they could... I don't know what they could do, I guess, but like that I'm scared of. I suppose they could Raw Earth Power here, which would be kind of crazy. In theory, that is kind of their best turn. And I could also lose the Speed tie. So maybe I just wait it out. Because, like, rocks aren't really that detrimental. So anyways, we'll click rocks of our own. They do Energy Ball. Okay. Probably could have got away with it, but we are max Spadef. That still does a decent amount, considering we're max Spadef, in my opinion. I'm going to Whirlwind here, just to potentially, like, mess up whatever their game plan may be. They could Mortal Spin me if they want to, but if they don't and they just choose to attack, and that means that they die upon re-entry. They do just Earth Power. Perfect. Nice. So we are just going to get a nice Whirlwind off here. And let's see if we can mess up whatever strategy they have going. Maybe we can get in the Flutter Mane, activate their booster a little bit earlier than they would like to. Maybe we can get in Incineroar and they're not Boots. Get a little bit of chip on that. We actually get Blood Moon in, which is a-okay with me, I suppose. I think I want to see... They're not lefties. They're not lefties because they would have went first. I kind of want to just Ruinate. I think I'm just going to Ruination, see what they end up doing. If this ends up being Yawn Bear, I'll be like, damn. We are max Spadef. I feel like this isn't going to... Yeah, that doesn't do that much. Did a decent amount. Tinglu's doing Tinglu things. We're going to get a Ruination off, and then I'm going to click Whirlwind. Because this guy's in range of every hit now, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it should be in range of most hits. Regardless, let's get our Whirlwind off. They do Moonblast. That's going to do even less, buddy. And Tinglu is proven why we brought him as... Because like I said, I didn't say it, I guess, in the beginning of this battle, but I said it in the intro. I only wanted to use one of the Ruination Pokemon, and I figured, fuck it, Tinglu, let's go. So we actually get the Glamora out, which is huge. So they don't get to save that as a sack later. We just knock it the fuck out now. So things are actually looking pretty good. I assume they might want to go back out in a Blood Moon. They might want to go Roaring Moon. I think regardless of whatever they go out into, I'm just going to spam Whirlwind. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't. I guess in front of Archaludon, Earthquake would be a little better, but I'd probably just still spam Whirlwind. So yeah, let's see what they want to do. Flutter Mane coming, like anything could come in and probably finish me off. I would say maybe not Incineroar unless it has close combat, but everything else probably can just come in and like finish me off. So they do go Flutter. All right, beautiful. I could be very funny here and tear up. Oh, they're not even what's it called? So they might have been Focus Sash. I'll just Earthquake then. This will kill me. Yeah. I was thinking like I could Terra Poison and like live, but then I was like, nah, that's doing too much. Things we could do. We can go out into Roaring Moon and most likely knock out this Flutter Mane immediately. We could... I think I'm going to go Goldango and have them show me whether or not their boots on the cat. I guess I could, in theory, also go Archaludon on this Pokemon. But we'll see. I'm going to click Make It Rain. Make It Rain or Shadow Ball. Archaludon or Incineroar. They should go Incineroar. I'm going to click Make It Rain. It's a little stronger if they go Incineroar. Obviously, if they go Archaludon, then Shadow Ball would have been better because it probably would have 2-KO'd, even if they're AV. But I honestly don't know. I don't know the calc off the top of my head. And I honestly just don't feel like putting it in right now. Are they boots? They are not boots. That's huge for the boys. They get the Intimidate off. That is That's going to do nothing to us. I don't know what I was going to say, but that's doing nothing to us. All right. So we chipped this guy down. What were you, lefties? Citrus Berry? Citrus Berry. Okay. And we got that out of the way. I mean, if they want a parting shot, like, be my guest, bro. I think it's time to get up my T-Spikes. I think it's actually time. And then we can Mortal Spin. They wouldn't, in theory, want to go hard Archaludon on me, right? Assuming I click Earth Power on this turn. So I am just going to... I'm going to click Mortal Spin, dude. See what happens. If they knock me off, huge. Yeah. That did a lot of... Okay, that was a crit. I was going to say, that did a lot of damage, and that is why, because it was a crit. Unfortunate. Now, like I said before, rocks aren't really that detrimental to the team. But, like, getting rid of them is better than keeping them. You know what I mean? So I'll try to get rid of them. I doubt they'd want to stay in. They want to stay in. Wow, on the rock type. Could have just killed this with Power Gem, but that's fine. It's going to be taking Toxic or Poison Chip. It's going to, you know, they're getting up 2 layers of T-Spikes right now. If they knock us off again, we get to go out into who the fuck ever we want and click. I might just click Specs. I think Specs Moonblast should kill this, right? Specs Moonblast should kill this. Incineroar. Even if you're like Max Spadef. Specs Moonblast should definitely kill this. I could also just go Ogerpon and win the fucking game. But then that allows in the Archaludon. They also have a Roaring Moon, I just realized. I am going to go Valiant. And I'm going to assume... Maybe they're AV. No, they're Citrus. They were Citrus. They were Citrus. So this Moonblast guarantee 100% should kill them. And it is the freest move. Yes. So we click those. Big bow. Let's fucking go. So now, I mean, if they go Flutter Mane, I think I just Terra. Because I don't think they would kill me if I'm not a fighting type. They go this. I don't know why they went this. This definitely dies. I refuse to believe. Hello? They don't know I'm Specs, but I refuse. I don't care if you're AV, bro. There's no shot. Hold on. There's just no fucking shot. Assault Vest. Assault Vest max HP. Max Spadef. Would technically live if that's their set. But I think at most they're max HP. I don't think they're max Spadef as well. It would be very funny. I mean, regardless, they'll die this turn. I'm just going to click Moonblast, bro. There's no shot. There's no fucking shot. Yeah, let's fucking go. Specs Valiant, baby. What do you want to know about it? Hell yeah. I don't know what the fuck bro thought was. I guess they had to have been AV. That's the only reason, like, you kind of make that play. But you were way too weak in order to live that hit. Because, like, if you were just AV with max HP, then you never lived. And then, so yeah. Anyways, this Mon is in. Is it double AV? That'd be funny. Archaludon. A part of me does kind of want a Terra, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think it matters all that much. Because if they're not, if they're just, like, offensive, they die here. So, like, I kind of want to know, you know? And then we have Goldango in the back. We could technically lose to Roaring Moon, but I don't think this Pokemon in particular stops that. Outside of like somehow being faster. So I'm just gonna click Specs Moonblast. Oh, they were offensive and we got a low roll. That's unfortunate. Okay, Flash Cannon probably kills us here. This does allow us to go into Roaring Moon, though, and potentially just win the game. They haven't Terra'd yet. They haven't Terra'd yet. I could go into anything, actually. I can go into pretty much anything. I kind of want to, like... I'm going to go into Ogerpon. I kind of want to, like... see what the Roaring Moon's going to do. But I guess they probably go Flutter in front of this, wouldn't they? I don't know. I'm going to Ivy Cudgel. Knock them the fuck out. If they go Flutter Mane... Huh? Jaboka Berry. Okay, what is this 3v3 ass Archaludon? Okay, this must have been like a 3v3 team bro just took in a 6v6. That's what I'm assuming. Jaboka Berry. That's pretty cool. So yeah, if they go Flutter, I definitely just... Okay, they go this. So I'm assuming they're not going to want to Terra. All I have to do is land this play route. And if they're not... Okay, they are booster. Booster attack or speed? Hopefully it's attack. It is attack. Okay, so Goldengo should be able to clutch up then. I'm just going to play rough and land. Because Ogerpon is goated. We're actually faster. They were adamant. Let's fucking go. Alright. Hell yeah. Regardless, what's it called? Goldengo would have clutched up. If they like... Well, I guess if they Dragon Dance there, then it could have been a little dicey. Depending on what they did there. If we missed, depending on what they did there, we maybe could have lost. But then we would have, since now we know that we're faster with Ogerpon, our Roaring Moon would have been able to outpace, and it would have just come down to, I would have just Terra Flying Acrobatics, actually, because that would have won the game. So, yeah, never mind. We're just going to Ivy Cudgel here and finish it off with the young Ogerpon, baby. They're going to Terra. Okay, buddy. Into what? Let me go Roaring Moon. Kill me and let me go Roaring Moon, please. I'm begging you. Terra Fairy. I don't think I die here, honestly. Unless they're Specs. Which they could be. They could be Specs. They could be Specs. Specs Moonblast probably would knock me out. Okay, Specs Crit Moonblast 100% knocks me out. But that's fine, guys. Now we get to use every single Pokemon at least once. And we get to go out in the Roaring Moon and just prosper. Come on, buddy. It's your time to shine. And we Terra just cuz, and we click Acrobatics, baby. Let's fucking do it. I was low-key thinking about, since this team was Mono Gen 9, and I kind of, like, did a fuck ton of 3v3s in Gen 9, I was like, what if I do one 6v6 and one 3v3 with the team? Because it is 3v3 legal. But I don't know. I guess I could still do it. Maybe I will. Nah, I probably won't. I probably won't, but maybe I will. Nah, I won't. I won't. The second battle you see will be another 6v6. But yeah, we got to use every single Pokemon at least once. You'll love to see it. It doesn't really happen that often. Sometimes some Pokemon just kind of steal the show. And then it's just over, you know? Let's go. Yeah, Mono Gen 9. Very, very... There's not a bad Pokemon on this team. You know what I mean? Like, it was easy to build a good team in Generation 9 with using just Generation 9 Pokemon. There's so many Pokemon we left out, you know what I mean? That, like, could have easily made the team even better as well. So it's like... A lot of good Pokemon in Gen 9. With that being said, let's get on to the next one. Okay, here we are with the second battle. And normally, right? Normally, when I see an Uber on the other side, such as Kyogre, I'm like, wow, not doing that. But we do have an Ogerpon, which kind of like fucking shits on not only Kyogre, but this entire team. So I'm just going to fucking rock out with it. I think I'm just going to like very easily lead Glamora. It looks like a no-brainer here. Can't get up rocks, but depending on what Mon they lead off with, I could just either get a strong hit off, get up T-Spikes if they lead something like Urshifu. So yeah, I could see them just leading Kyogre, which would be funny because then I'll just Glamora it. I guess I'll just like Energy Ball into and then go into Ogerpon and see what happens. But yeah, very funny that our second, like I said, no, like this is probably not even a real team. This is probably just some kid using Kyogre, you know what I mean? But I kind of want to see it. Maybe it is a real team. Sometimes the people that use Ubers do know what they're doing, and that's why they use the Uber, because they're like, I'm gonna use the best Pokemon in the game. which is not Kyogre. I'm not looking forward to the next ranked season, man. When they allow the legendaries, like, it's actually going to be insane. So they do lead off with this Pokemon. I was going to call it Dragonite, but it's definitely a Charizard. Let's see who's faster. If I'm faster, then this battle's over. Yeah, okay, this battle's over. They're not a real team. They are not a real team. Go ahead and forfeit. Come on, Uber user. Go ahead. You know you wanna. Does Kyogre get flip turn? That'd be pretty funny. Come on. You know you want to. There it is. Hey, buddy. There's the Kyogre. How you doing, Had a Kids? It's Kyogre. We're going to go out on our Kyogre counter. And then I'm going to knock off first. Because I want to see if they even have an item. Because then if they don't have an item, this is 100%, 110% not a real team. You know what I mean? But we do have a good Kyogre counter. So I think this will be very funny to see what happens. They do click Origin Pulse. They realize, oh no, I can't touch this Pokemon. That's crazy. I'm going to click Knockoff. As they stay in, let's see, do they have an item? They don't have an item. Who would have thought? Everything we knew is true and real. So yeah, this battle's not real at all. We probably just kill them here. Yeah, Uber gone. You know what I mean? Ogerpon destroys Ubers. What do you want to know? So funny. So funny. But yeah, moving on to the real battle.
A few moments later.
Alright, y'all. After seeing that opponent with the Kyogre team, I was like, fuck it. Let's just try out a 3v3. It can't be that bad. Very interesting team, to say the least. They have some, like... They have Flutter Mane and Blood Moon, but then they have, like, a lot of, you know, somewhat not unique Pokemon, but, like, Zapdos, Galar's there. Haven't seen Bundle in a very long time. Same with Heatran. Iron Valiant looks absolutely insane-o here. I don't know if I get O-Code Raw by Bundle. Roaring Moon also looks really good in an endgame scenario. I think... What do I want to do here? Do I lead Glim? I think I lead Glim. And then I bring Roaring Moon in the back. I really want to bring Valiant, but Ogerpon is also really fucking good here. And then same with Goldangers. And then Tinglu would be my Blood Moon switch in. But I guess I wouldn't really be doing that much back to it. Rox is just really nice because there are three potential Focus Sash users. But I'm gonna go with Goldango. Probably should have went Val. But I think Scarf Goldango could clutch up. But one of those Paradox Pokemon are in fact boosted up. It's actually funny we're running in a Flutter and Bundle for our 3v3 battle because I'm pretty sure I said in the intro that I wanted to use one Paradox Mon from each side, you know, future and past. And I didn't want to use Bundle or Flutter because I was like, those two Mons are way too broken. Let me just use Valiant and Roaring Moon, which are still really, really good. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. But they're not, you know, they're nothing crazy like Flutter and Bundle. So they do lead Flutter. It is not Booster, so this is obviously either Specs or Sash. So that's good. I'm just gonna get off a Power Gem. They Psy Shock, that's fine. I think this is Specs. I could low-key save this if I think it's Specs. But I also don't want to switch Hard Goldango on a potential Shadow Ball, so I might not save this. Ooh, wait, if it's Psyshock, I win the game. I mean, if it's Specs, I win the game. If they click Psyshock again, it's Specs. And I just win the game with Roaring Moon. Let's find out. I guess, actually, since this wasn't Booster, the Bundle's probably Booster, and then they'd probably Encore. But no, because if I Dragon Dance on... Oh, perfect. Okay, never mind. I wish I would have clicked Earth Power or Energy Ball on the... Oh, it's Bundle. You're dead. You're dead. This Mon's dead. It was Booster. This Mon's dead. What are you doing? That's funny. They brought both Flutter and Bundle. This Mon is dead. I refuse to believe otherwise. So they are Specs. And they called me on either switching into Roaring Moon or the other guy. That's great. All right, perfect. Well, let's see what you lock into now. They had to be Specs to make that play. Like, you don't make that play otherwise, in my opinion. Like, 100% you don't make that play otherwise. So yeah, if they go for Shadow Ball, I go into Roaring Moon and I dance. Moonblast. I go into what's his face and I click, I guess, make it rain. Shadow Ball maybe. Well, because I mean they're not Scarf. They could be Scarf, but they're probably not Scarf. So Roaring Moon does in theory get a kill here, and then I could potentially just clutch up with Goldengo instead, which is kind of what I want to do instead. I think is a little safer. No, they wouldn't be Scarf Flutter, I don't think. I'm gonna go into it. If they're Scarf, they're Scarf. Then they got me, you know? But I don't think they are. I'm gonna click Knockoff here. I'm gonna click Knockoff here. Do not Terra Fairy. They withdraw. Okay. Who's getting knocked? This guy. Alright, perfect. That's amazing. Huge. Lefties? Lefties. Huge. Absolutely huge. So, we have Goldengo in the back, which Make It Rain clutches up now. So, I just Terra, and I just try to get as much damage as I possibly can on this Pokemon. We actually might just win with Roaring Moon. Because this might kill. I don't know if I drop to 1 Blood Moon, but if they Terra Normal, then probably I do. But regardless, this will put them in range of Make It Rain, and then Flutter Mane is definitely in range of -1 Make It Rain. I refuse to believe otherwise. They don't Terra. This might just kill them. That knockoff did that much damage? That did 0. What the fuck? What do you mean? Yawn? In this economy? Okay, well, here's the thing. They can't Earth Power here. And also, this doesn't matter. Yeah, this doesn't matter. I just Acrobatics. Like, I don't care. This literally doesn't matter. If I go to sleep, I just clutch up with Goldengo. I just Make It Rain on the Flutter. Like, this is literally a non-factor. They don't know I'm Scarf. Goldengo in the back, so. But yeah, I could have, in theory, like, the play there could have been, I could have gone into Goldengo as they either Moonlighted or Blood Mooned, right? And then I would have tanked it if they Blood Mooned, because I'm part Steel, so I would have resisted it. And if they Moonlighted, I think I'd Make It Rain. But then that, like, I don't know, it's a bit of a losing play, somewhat, because then I don't get the speed boost with this guy. But regardless, let's see what happens here. See what they Terra into. If they Terra Electric, then they actually might clutch up with Flutter Mane. So I would like to see, but Specs usually runs what's it called, the Stellar. So at least these days, ever since it got introduced. So yeah, let's see what they end up doing. I assume they would Stellar Moonblast here, maybe, or are they just gonna Raw Moonblast? They Shadow Ball, good play. But I can wake up on the following turn. Yeah, I could wake up. Wake up, Roaring Moon. Wake up. Unfortunate. All right, well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna Make It Rain because I think they're gonna be Stellar Terra. So I'm gonna Make It Rain, and I'm gonna hope, man. If Goldengo can't clutch up, then damn, you know. Then damn. Then damn. So be it. But I think I can. If they just so happen to be, they could be Terra Electric. Which would be a little dire. It would be a little dire, but let's see what happens, man. Make It Rain is the strongest move. Let's go for it. We go first. They don't Terra. GG's. Let's fucking go. All right. Goldengo is broken. I love him. So yeah, man. I mean, a little bit of a different thing we normally do, right? We did one 6v6 we did one 6v6 with the Gen 9 team, and then one 3v3 with the Gen 9 team. I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, man. With that being said, guys, that is going to be our little Gen 9 showcase, guys. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I convinced myself otherwise. With that being said, guys, if y'all like what you saw and you saw what you like, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the team, as well as any of the new Pokemon you guys might want to see us use in the future. Let us know that as well in the comment section down below. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all liked the video. Hope y'all subscribe if you're new. I was just about to say I hope y'all enjoy the battle, but I mean to say I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.